Welcome back, fellow techies, to our latest tutorial video. I am the Technician Project. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to animate a subscribe button clicking using Keynote and importing it into iMovie with a blank background. A lot of the videos I've seen so far have done it with green screens. We're not going to do that today. We're going to go to Keynote and we're going to actually animate a picture. So if we go to Keynote and we're going to go to a black background of our Keynote slide, we're going to remove the text. We're going to make sure our background is on format. So we've got nothing selected. I'm just going to zoom out in Keynote a little bit. Nothing selected. And we're going to go to background, no fill. So make sure there's a big cross through the background. We're going to grab our image, which I think in here, and we want our subscribe image. So there's our subscribe icon, and we're going to drag it into our Keynote. This can be as big or as small as you like. I'm going to position mine anywhere. You can position it anywhere on the screen, but I want to position mine here just for purposes. I'm going to insert a shape. Now I want to insert a microphone as mine because I'm the Technician Project. So if I search microphone in images, there's a microphone there, so we'll use that one. So we'll select that. Now I want my microphone to be, we're going to leave it as, we're going to set it as white for now, just so it transitions, so it's slightly different against the background. And we're going to zoom down that, and we're going to stick it down here out the way. But what you can do is you can select everything at the same time and move it. So we're going to move it there, absolutely fine. And mine's just going to be center to the subscribe icon. Now I want to animate my microphone to move. So we click on your microphone or your arrow, whatever it is. We go to the function up the top right called animate, and we want to do an action. We want to add an action in, and we want to do a basic action move. And the basic action move automatically either moves it left or right. Now I want to move mine up. So click on the action and you drag it to where you want to move it. Simple. Click and drag, and there we go. So if we preview that now, our microphone moves from bottom upwards. Really simple, really easy. We want that now. When you click on the subscribe icon, it either flashes or pops. We want ours to flash. So we want to add an action. But we want to add an action to our subscribe icon. So we click on the subscribe icon and add effects, and we want to add an action. So we want to add a pop. So if we go now to our build order, have a look at the build order, and as you can see, when the microphone moves to its second position after build, so we got after transition, we want to change the start to after transition. Microphone will go with build 1, which is that one there. We might select that after build 1, and then we want the transition to go with build 2. So if we hit preview, you can see that there. So we want that after build 2. You can change them around. There you go. So what I've noticed is my microphone gets bigger, and I don't want that. I want it to stay the same size. So we're just going to re-angle that to the same size like that. We'll preview that again. Perfect. Now what you can do is you can add sound effects within iMovie. So what we've done now is if we preview our animations as a whole, dead easy to do, hit preview, and you can see our subscribe icon, it moves and it flashes. Perfect. Now I want to add another action in. Now this action's optional, you don't have to put this in, but I want my my two pictures to action out. So I'm going to add action, I'll highlight them both, add action and opacity. Now I want them to fade out. Completely go once they're done. Once they've completed all the actions, I want it to be done. But before I preview that, because it won't go together, they'll go one after each other, we click on build order and we want to make sure these actions are after build 3 and then action 4 is with build 4. So they happen at the same time. So if we hit preview, click, and it pops and they both start fading. I think that's a bit quick. So we're going to add a delay of 1.5. 2 seconds. Let's add 2-second delay to both. We don't need to add that one, just on this one, I think. And then we click, it pops, and they fade together. So it's a 2-second delay, they fade together. Lovely. That worked really well. I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to move my two icons because I don't want the microphone to be on the screen and I want my subscribe icon to be in the bottom left hand corner. If you have your subscribe icon at the top, put your microphone to the right so it comes in, or put the microphone above so it comes down, or put it at the bottom and it goes all the way up to the top. It's entirely up to you. You can put it over there as well. You can have it coming in from the right, from the top, from the bottom. I want mine down here. You can still see that my microphone is visible down here in the little image. You can still see it there. And if we preview, it's going to come in off screen and click. I'm just going to move it up a little bit more. And preview again, it's going to come in. So we didn't move them together there. We moved them individually. So we want to make sure you move them together as one unit. So they're going to come in and it's going to click. Perfect. So to export this out now, we want to export it and put it into iMovie. And we just remove this file here. Right. To export out, we go to File, Export to, and we want to export to a movie file. That's easy, lovely, and we're going to have it self-playing because it's going to play on its own. That's great. Winner. We want to change the resolution. Now what you're thinking is, but that's the best resolution on your computer. It is, but because we've got a custom setup of no backgrounds, a transparent background, and we've got the animation with a transparent background on that as well, we want to go to custom. Now, we want to see if we can get export with transparent backgrounds, which applies to slide backgrounds with no fill. So we want to select Apple ProRes 4444. Once we select that, export transparent backgrounds is then ticked. We then press next. And we name this our sub click. Perfect. And then what we'll do is that will come to our desktop over here. And we'll move into iMovie now. So I'm just going to load an iMovie project. Just here. Let's create a new project, shall we? So here's our new project. And we're going to just drag in a title screen. So this is my title screens for my videos. And I want to insert a subscribe icon. I click on my subscribe click, which I've just exported out of Keynote, and dump it into my video. Now, it is 10 seconds long, so be aware of how long your transitions are. I'm just going to edit my bottom image to be 10 seconds long as well, just for this tutorial. Now, I'm going to click on my top image and do crop to fit, and then I'm going to click on the video overlay settings. Now the video overlay settings allows me to cut away if we wanted to, and it's currently cutting away, but the image is showing on its own, and we don't want that. So we want picture in picture. And our picture in picture reduces the size of the image. Because let's just click that over there. Like that. So we don't want it to reduce the size of the image, we want the image to be there. And we don't want any transitions. And if we look at our image now, just going to bring it up a little bit in my screen. There. So that's the final resting point of my image. So if I do a large preview of that from the beginning, there you go. A subscribe icon which clicks and fades out. Now, you're probably thinking, but I want it to click. I want it to sound like it's clicking. You can also remove the end if you wanted to. So make it sound like it's clicking. Within iMovie, there's audio files. So within sound effects, there's audio files. You have to take a little bit of time for them to load because there's a few audio files it's got to boot up. So we'll just give that a minute. There we go. And then we want click. Oh, if I could spell click. Click. There we go. Let's just play that. Or you can have just like that. Or you can have any sort of click you want. Thud, stab. So these are all free sound effects from Apple. Copyright free. So we're just going to add a click in. Let's just find click again. And we're just going to drag that into our audio section down here, just like that. So we need to now find out where that subscribe icon flashes, which is about here. And that's perfect. Now the sound effect's a little bit loud, so we'll just turn it down. And if we preview our thing as a whole, all the way through, perfect. So now we've got a clickable subscribe icon that animated in Keynote. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. And also, ding dong that notification bell to get further updates. Thanks again, goodbye.